to emerge at a time when hardworking families face rising prices at the grocery stores. This deal has a particularly large footprint in the state of California, where the two companies operate close to 900 stores. And so, needless to say, I am acutely aware and concerned about this merger. I'm concerned my constituents will experience higher prices, new food deserts, and reduced access to nutritious meals. And I'm concerned that our grocery workers risk lost jobs, reduced benefits, and suppressed wages. And these concerns are nothing new. In fact, when I was a member of the Los Angeles City Council some years ago, I authored an ordinance that limited the ability of new grocery store owners to lay off the former owner's grocery workers for 3 months. This was meant to protect the health and safety of consumers by ensuring that stores maintained an experienced and trained staff. You better believe that ordinance was challenged in court, was upheld, and is now state law in California. Now, with that being said, my first question is to both Mr. McMullen and Mr. Shankran. From what I could find in the city of Rancho Cucamonga, California, there are currently 11 retail grocery stores, 9 of which are owned by Kroger or Albertsons. In the community of San Pedro, part of Los Angeles, they have 5 retail grocery stores and 4 are operated by Albertsons or Kroger. I can point to many other communities up and down the state of California where my constituents will have clearly fewer retail grocery store options if this merger goes through. So in this particular market, competition is absolutely local, and fewer local options means less competition to keep prices low. Now, in your testimony, you both suggest that your stores compete with premium stores like Whole Foods and Sprouts, or warehouse stores like Costco, or expensive online grocery delivery services. But from my experience, consumers know better. Replacing the neighborhood grocery store with premium alternatives means a consumer would face a dramatic increase in the price of their basic staples, and likely the number of stops they would now need to make to buy what they need. So the question for both of you, I trust you know the profile of the consumers who shop at your stores. Do you really believe that your customers could easily substitute all the shopping that they do at your stores with shopping at Whole Foods or Costco or on Amazon?
Senator, thank you for the question. When we talk to our customers, they typically tell us they shop at 5 or 6 different locations. And it's really what they need at that particular point in terms of convenience, ease, size of shop. So what we find is customers engage shopping at multiple different locations. In terms of the other part of your question, obviously, we are actively working with the FTC, and we will expect to continue to do that, and would expect that every market will be just as competitive going forward as it is today.
Senator, I would reinforce what Mr. McMullen said about consumers shopping multiple different stores, Walmart's, Target's, Whole Foods, our store, drugstores, and dollar stores, all at the same time to finish their basket on a weekly basis. I would also re-emphasize, Senator, that the intent is not to close stores. The intent is to divest stores, working with the FTC, so that those stores in those markets where we might have greater overlap will have more divested stores to an owner that we want to ensure is a viable competitor going forward.
Yeah. Well, I have separate questions and concerns about the divestiture component of all of this, not just speculative, but based on past experience with specifically grocery companies, mergers, and consolidations. I know my time is limited, so I have to follow up with those questions. I do want to make one comment just in response to your comment about, well, customers are already shopping around. I'll tell you why they shop around, because I do the same. You're shopping around chasing what's a better price at which other store. And so that's the concern. With less competition, prices go up, make it harder to make your ends meet. So consumers are already experiencing this, whether it's fruits and vegetables here, meat over there, you get the picture. I do want to make sure I ask this question here before my next colleague begins their statements and questions. A merger between Albertsons and Kroger will directly impact their combined workforce of more than 710,000 associates. Nearly 100,000 of those associates are in California. The proposed merger announcement noted that the combined company expects to invest $1 billion to continue raising associate wages and comprehensive benefits after close. That's a quote. So, Mr. McMullen, I'd welcome more detail about the $1 billion investment, what it will look like in practice. For example, is this a $1 billion immediate investment, or is it spread out over 10 years? Is it going towards salary, health benefits, pension, all the above? What does it mean for take-home pay for workers after the proposed merger?
Thank you, Senator. We would expect it to be over a 4-year period of time, and it'll be a combination of pay and benefits. And if you look at what we've actually done, it's been a combination of both. If you look at the benefits that we offer, it would be world-class across the U.S. In terms of retirement benefits, other healthcare benefits, and things like that. And we would expect to continue to do that, which many of our non-union competitors would not offer to the same degree.
Okay, and a question for both of you again. Just briefly, my time is up. How are you communicating this with the labor representatives, with the unions representing the associates today?
Senator, we just had a discussion with the leadership of the union. We continue to discuss this with them. These are early days, and they're learning the benefits of what we believe exist in this merger, and we've begun those discussions, Senator.
Okay. Well, I don't know how early these days are. It's been in the news for weeks. There's, in addition to the merger, news about dividends that we can get into later as well. So the sooner communication happens, the more thorough and transparent communication happens, the better. I now recognize Senator Cotton for his questions.